I'd like to spend a little bit of time looking at live. It's actually quite an interesting little activity, but it's quite difficult for me to explain to you without me being in a classroom with a certain number of students, and you'll see why in a moment. So essentially what live is when you divide your classes, your students, up into small groups, teams, and they compete against each other to be the first to answer particular questions. And they work in teams, but they don't all, as an individual, they don't have every answer themselves. They only have the answer somewhere amongst the individuals within the team. So it's important to collaborate and work together in order to try to find the correct response and obviously respond correctly and appropriately. So what I want to do is two things. I want to show you what it looks like from the teacher's point of view, and I will also show you what it looks like from the student's point of view when they join a live activity. So first of all, as a teacher, I would click on live, and we will see that it takes us to the landing page. Now, if we want to, we can watch this video and it will explain to us exactly how live works. It gives us a bit of the background and an example of what's happening. We can also look at the demo, and I'm going to go and do that in a little bit. But first of all, I want to bring you over here to just draw your attention to this concept here. So we're still on, obviously, components of fitness. And if I press, as a teacher, if I press create game, then it creates a code, and it instructs students to go to quizlet.live, which I'm going to do in a moment, and then students put in that code. And we need at least 6 students in order for the game to be able to work correctly. In fact, it doesn't work if we haven't got less than 6. So we need at least 6 students to join to make this happen. So I'm just going to pause the video now, and I'm going to bring up what it looks like for the student, so you can have an understanding of how your students will receive this and what they need to do. So what we have here now is the iPad view of the student. This is what they will see when they go to Quizlet Live, and this could be on a tablet or a PC or Chromebook or whatever it is that your students are using, and you can see that they're encouraged to use the join code. So what we'll do is we'll put that join code in and see what happens. So 855922, and then join game. And you can see that I'm prompted to put my name in, so I will put my name in, and let's have a look at what happens over here once I've put next. And I do that, and you can see that PE Tutor's arrived. And if as a teacher, I can click on student's name to remove that, but I don't want to at the moment. Remember, I'm waiting for 5 others, and this is what the student will see. If I make that a little bit bigger there, that they're waiting. I'm waiting for the teachers to start. I can only start once a certain number of people have arrived, but you can see that there are options, and we'll see this in the demo in a moment. And then you, as a student, need to pick the correct response to the question. So let's see how that will work in the form of their demonstration that they provide for us. I'm now going to take you to the demo to show you how live works and do my best to explain to you exactly what happens with the game when you set it up. Clearly, I need to be in a classroom environment with my students to show you for real, and that is actually quite difficult given that I'm not in my school at the moment. However, let's do the best we can. So we're going to go to try demo, and what happens is you can see that we're on a team. They say we're on Team Tiger, and you've got 2 computer players. That would be 2 teammates in reality in the class, and it's going to mirror what students will see on their screen. Now, this is World Capitals demo, and I have to tell you, it's pretty difficult, so bear with me for this one as well. But let's have a go. So we start the demo, and the first thing we see is you have to match Cairo. Okay, now this is me, and I'm given a certain number of countries, and I think, okay, Cairo, that's Egypt, so I press Egypt, and I've got that correct. I don't know at this stage what Alec have got and what Karim have got either, so I'm a bit slow there because I was discussing things. But Port Moresby, right? I know that Port Moresby is Papua New Guinea, so I'm going to click that, and I've got that right. Okay, we're still working together. Bissau, I can remember what is it? Do you know what it is? Alec, do you know what it is? Okay, Guinea-Bissau. So you work together to try to work things out. Now let's imagine, so I've incorrect there, and you get some feedback straight away telling you it's Mongolia, and also you get I've said Zimbabwe, which is Harare, so you get a little bit of feedback, but it goes relatively quickly. I have no idea. Again, I've got that wrong, and so it's Mongolia. I should have been paying attention. Yemen is Sinai, and therefore you get a little bit of feedback, and then it goes on again. I know Beirut. I don't have any of those, so I'm waiting for my teammates. We might be talking to each other at this stage to see what have you got, what have you got, and so you can see how you work together as a team. In this case, threes against other teams, and how quickly you can produce the response. I think my recommendation for this would be to set this up with a relatively small group if you can, play it through. And I tend to say, look guys, this is the first time I've ever played this, we've ever done this, let's see how this works. It might not work brilliantly, we'll explore this together, and then once we know what we're doing, we'll take it more seriously and do it for real, if you like, at a later stage. So you can explore this, you can find out with your students, and they hopefully will respond to that as well. But it's just important to be aware that there's another bit of functionality there called live, and it would be really interesting actually to see how you found that, and you can give your feedback and your reflections and your evaluations in the discussion comments later on in this course.